So, I got lazy again, so welcome back to the Untitled Cars Diecast review series. Today we're reviewing Doug Crankel, the zombie car from Cars on the Road. Anyways. So, Doug Crankel has had a pretty interesting history, as he was originally going to be reviewed, I believe, after Chick Hicks. Was it Chick Hicks? No, I think it was Race Damage the King. Yeah, it was Race Damage the King. After Race Damage the King. But then I realized that I would be getting a Golden Lightning McQueen, so I knew I had to review him first. So Doug Crankel was then pushed back a little bit, but now his review is now finally being uploaded to the internet, and let's not delay the inevitable, and let's get this over with. So, Doug Crankel was first released in Case D of 2023, and I will say he is one of the best releases of the year. I mean, he's like my top 10, maybe in the 8th or 9th spot for one very tiny reason, but we'll get to that in a minute. So yeah, he's a very nice looking car. He's got that big juicy brain, which is pretty darn big. Let me grab a random car for reference. Here's Endurance Racer Sheldon Shifter. For reference, the brain's pretty big when you compare it to another car diecast that doesn't have the big brain. So there's that. You can go now, Sheldon Shifter's Endurance variant. I'll get to the Endurance cars eventually. Anyways, one minor issue that I have with Mr. Doug Crankel is his color. You see, Doug Crankel's diecast and all of his merchandise currently is gray. The diecast, the mini racer, the color changer, they're all gray. However, in the series and on the artwork, he's green. I don't know how this happened, but I'm guessing Disney and Pixar sent artwork of Doug Crankel in gray to Mattel. So Doug Crankel was probably originally going to be gray along with the other zombie cars, but then I guess they changed it. But the design of the merchandise was already made, so yeah. Weird story there. I'm not entirely sure, but that's not really important. What's important is that his expression is also not very expressive. Let me grab out another random car again. Let me just grab 2023 Road Trip Mater. If you look at this Mater, he's very expressive. I mean, you look at the eyes and the mouth. Yeah, very, very expressive, very energetic. But if you look at Doug Crankel's face, it's on the wrong side. If you look at Doug Crankel's face, I mean, he doesn't really look very zombie-like. I mean, he's got the crooked teeth. At least the crooked teeth is there. Unlike High Impact, whose teeth is very, very clean when it shouldn't be. Also, did you know High Impact goes up for $119? Yeah, I didn't know that. That's pretty freaking insane. I mean, I don't even know how that happened. Why? Why is High Impact so freaking expensive? Anyways, if you look at the eyes there, I think they could have made them a bit more. You could have made it more. You made the expression a bit more zombie-like. You could have had him stick his tongue out and stuff. You know, gotta match the artwork or something. But nah, they didn't do that, which is a bit upsetting. Now, the mold for Doug, I think, was used on some other Cars characters. I believe Emily Engine used this mold, who, if you don't know, Emily Engine was a car that was planned to be released, I believe, as a Super Chase, or maybe it was it was a Super Chase, but she was canceled, and she hasn't been uncanceled since. Probably because Mattel doesn't really do chases or super chases anymore. And if you're thinking, oh, Britain, what makes you think they don't do chases and super chases anymore? Because they re-released Lee Rosse, who was a chase release, and then they're re-releasing Miles Axelrod with Hood, I'm not sure when that's coming out in stores, who was also a chase release. So I think it's safe to say Mattel ain't doing chases anymore. They're re-releasing chase releases. And if we're going by the pattern, then maybe next year we'll get Impound McQueen, or what other chase releases are there? We could get that one car with the eyes on her headlights in Cars 2. I completely forgot what her name is, but we could get that car again. Who knows? I don't know. This video has been going on for 5 minutes. I'm really tired. I don't know why I still make these videos, because I'm really bad at reviewing things, but oh well. The license plate says, there is no license plate. Huh. On the bottom, we have R47A. So I believe this was made in the 47th week of 2022. By the way, did you know Cars on the Road is like a year old now? Yeah. 1 year old. I haven't rewatched it. In a while. I need to go rewatch it. I mean, I gotta watch some Cars on the Road. Anyways, that's it for Doug Crankel's review. Finally got him over with. The curse has finally been lifted off my shoulders. And, hopefully next time I can review a car that's a little bit more interesting. Oh. I mean, I'll take it.